Hi, this is Chris from the Argonwood team. Welcome to this little tutorial video to help you get started in Rising Lords. Just a very quick overview on the setup screen. You can change the settings over here. The victory condition for the alpha is always conquest though. Down here you can select the number of players, type of AI, and by clicking on your lord you can change your appearance and name. In the future you will also be able to pick items and traits according to your playstyle. Now let's pick a map and get started. Oh, and tell us which style of map preview you like best. Use the arrow keys or the mouse to navigate and the mouse wheel to zoom in and out. You can also click on the mini-map. In order to become a mighty ruler, let's first of all make sure that our people don't starve. So left click on a peasant to pick it up, right click to assign them to a workplace. You can also hold the mouse to pick or place them all at once. Green outlines indicate that there are more peasants here than needed, so we will let them gather wood and stone for us. Right-click on the fields to decide on the fieldwork. Grain is most efficient but only harvested once per year. All animals have other benefits than being food though. Horses are used for mounted troops, sheep yield wool, and in addition to meat, sheep and cows produce milk products. The more different food types you have, the happier and healthier your people will be. Speaking of happiness, down here is where you decide on your tax and rations. They are the major factors. High happiness will result in immigration and more population growth in general. Be careful that your happiness doesn't drop below 20 or your region might eventually revolt. If you want to know more about what impacts your happiness, just hover the mouse over it. This is true for most items in the game. If you are not sure what it is, you can always read the tooltips. In order to conquer the map, you will want to have weapons. You can field unarmed peasant mobs, but by themselves they are not very dangerous unless you have huge numbers. So let's also build a smithy now. Buildings, except for the castles, can only be built adjacent to an existing town tile. In the tooltip here you can also see that all buildings have a housing value. 250 people are one peasant figure, so in this case the smithy raises your population maximum by one peasant. As a matter of fact, people don't really care about your limits though. They will still have children and immigrants will still come to you hoping for a better life. The problem is, this leads to beggars, which impact happiness and health, and beggars don't pay tax and don't even work for you, so you really don't want that. Once you have enough weapons and people to raise an army, click here. You can give your army a name and add troops. Note that different troops need different items. And all troops cost gold and happiness. Since troops are taken from your population, creating armies reduces your labor power. And armies cost upkeep, so make sure to dissolve them again when they are not needed anymore. Moving armies is easy. Click and hold the left mouse button and you can see all the waypoints where it can go to. This will be executed once you hit the end turn button. Click on the cards icon to change your commander's skill cards. You begin with only a few, but after time and a few battles you will have more choices. This can really change the tide of a battle, so make sure to take a good pick. Not all regions have all resources, and there is always stuff you want to exchange. You can do this once the merchant visits one of your regions. Last but not least, events or building certain buildings or building upgrades as the first player will result in you receiving legendary figures with unique skills. If there's nothing else you want to do, you can press the end turn button down here. This should get you started on the campaign gameplay. Feel free to leave questions in the comments or even better on the Discord channel or Steam community so that others can see this as well. You can find the links in the description. Thanks for your interest in Rising Lords. With your feedback it can become the game we are all hoping for.